Hello friends, I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Hope the world was great for you this weekend. I cheated this weekend. I cheated you from out of some tears. I got a text message on Saturday from my niece who said, if you get a package today, you're not allowed to open it until Monday. And I jokingly said, well, what if I get 2 packages today? Well, as it turns out, I did get 2 packages that day. So they came over and they needed to come over anyway. And they were like, okay, well, you can open it today because we're here. And I said, okay. So they wanted me to open it on camera, but they came over, so I got to open it. And so that was package number 1. And package number 1... They left me a note. Happy early birthday, Unky. Thank you for all the help through the years. You're the best. Love the Alexes. I think that's right. Last weekend I went and fixed their thing, and they wanted to buy me dinner and stuff, and I just kind of left on them. I didn't really want them to pay me, but they paid me by going through my Amazon wish list and picking off all the little things that I wanted and getting it for me. So that was really cool of them. That was super awesome. I got a bag full of guitar pegs, or tuner pegs, whatever you want to call these. I mentioned it a while ago. I want to make an Appalachian dulcimer. So I needed tuning pegs, and got a nice set of those. So, and there's actually, I believe, 6 in this set. So it's enough for 2 dulcimers. I think the plan is I'm going to make one out of just like plywood. Like just, I have a sheet of 1/4 inch plywood, and I'll find something like pine or something to make the neck out of. Just for the practice, and then I'll make one out of nice wood. So I got the tuners. I got this little guy, which I've needed for a very long time. I don't know what you would call, there's lots of different names for this. This calls it a milling cutter. I don't know that I would use this in a milling machine, but this is essentially a tiny little chuck for chucking up tiny little drill bits. Lots of drills, like my drill press, I can't put anything smaller than like an 1/8 inch bit in it. It just won't hold it because the chuck is so big. So the idea of this is this could go in my drill press, that I could chuck tiny little drill bits in here, which I need all the time for all sorts of different applications. But I don't know what this is called. There's a name for it, but essentially it's a tiny chuck for use in the drill press. Or in a cordless. I don't know if my cordless will hold tiny bits. I got a pair of flush cutters, something that I always need and I never have on hand. So side cuts, if you don't know, a typical wire cutter, it doesn't cut. If you were to lay this on and cut, it leaves a nub because it sticks up. So doing PCB stuff, soldering electronics and stuff, having a flush trim cutter, which means it cuts exactly where this lays, is very important. So I got that. And everything is dusty because I was working out here. I got an Everlast notebook. These are awesome notebooks. If not just for the notebook itself, it uses this special fusion style pen, and this pen is erasable. And you can erase it in a couple of different ways. With this paper, you can erase it with just water. This is also erasable by heat. So they make another version of this book that you write in, and then you can put this in the microwave, and it disappears, and then you can start over. But the cool thing about this is a Rocketbook Everlast, is there's an app that goes with this, and there are these little symbols on the bottom of each page. And for each one of those symbols, you can tell it, like, save this in my Google Drive, save this in my Evernotes, save this in wherever. You can tell each one of these things to do something with the app. So you write on this page, and then you take a picture, and it automatically goes wherever you wanted it to go, which is like exactly what I need. I need a way to take notes, which I absolutely positively love doing with pen and paper, especially sketches and stuff. When I'm working on things down here, I sketch constantly, and then I can save that with my phone. You know, the cool thing is, because of the grid on the paper and everything, when you take the picture, it adjusts it for being out of parallel and all that stuff, and then it saves it for you. So that's really cool. Super excited to play with it. I haven't played with it yet, actually. Been kind of busy because the second package I cheated and opened. Because I expected, and funny, like I cheated by, I pulled the glue because I thought I'll put it back in there if it's not what I think it is. It was what I thought it was, which was a 3/8" plug cutter, which is in the drill press. This big thing, basically a large drill bit that cuts 3/8" holes, and it doesn't cut the hole like a drill does. It leaves the centerpiece, and that's good for making plugs, which are, you know, little pluggy things that fill holes, screw holes in particular. And I thought I knew what this was because this was a gift from my coworker Mike. Mike didn't leave me a note, but Amazon said, you know, here's a gift from Mike. He was at my desk, and the video I published yesterday, the headphone stand, he was like, man, I want one of these. But I had put these little, like, buttons, they're called, oak buttons, in the screw holes, and I don't like the look of them. It's just what I had on hand. I didn't have any dowel rods on hand. And I was like, yeah, I would like to replace them with walnut plugs, but I don't have a plug cutter. It's just something I never bought. And so he was like, I'd love to have one of these stands, but I really don't like those things. And I was like, well, you know, I don't have a plug cutter. And he jokingly like pulled out his phone and went to my wish list. And I didn't think he was actually going to buy it, but he did. He bought me the plug cutter. And so it came on Saturday, and I thought it would be a shame to open this today, or open on a Monday, because I have the weekend I could make him a headphone stand. And so I opened it on Saturday. It was what I thought it was, and I made him a headphone stand. In fact, it's right here. I was hoping to have this ready for him today and give it to him at work, but this top piece, when I glued it, it separated and it looked terrible. So I had to completely remake this top piece last night at like 8 o'clock. And I didn't get it done because the glue wasn't set. So I just came home, did all the finish shaping on this, drilled it out, put the plug in. So now I'm waiting on the glue to dry. Once the glue dries, I'll solve this off, and I will do all the finish sanding and put a couple of coats of shellac on it, and then Mike can have it tomorrow. So I opened this because I wanted to give him this quickly. Quick turnaround. And you know what? Honestly, I don't think I would have cried anyway. I might have, the nieces probably, but this one, I kind of, you know, it is what it is. But it's been a weird couple of weeks of opening gifts from you guys, and I don't know how to take it, but I'm extremely appreciative, and most appreciative of you just coming back and visiting and saying hi and checking in and sharing my videos. I hope you watched the headphone stand video yesterday. If you didn't, go back and watch it. I'm pretty proud of the edit. I would have liked to have been shorter, but I think leaving in a little bit more information was more fun for me. So it is what it is. Let me know if you watched it and what kind of feedback you might have on it for future project videos. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being good friends. I will see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from atmo.tamu.edu. What causes hail to form? Hail is caused when raindrops are lifted up into the atmosphere during a thunderstorm and then supercooled by temperatures below freezing, turning them into ice balls, says Dr. Dick Orville of Texas A&M University. The faster the updraft on these balls of ice, the bigger they can grow.